Welcome to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos on the Sega Master System. Dr. Robotnik, here's the story. Dr. Robotnik is trying to steal all the emeralds, and he's already stolen the red one, so we have to get the other 5 before he gets the other 5, basically, to stop his evil plans. Yeah, if you recognise the music, it's the intro music from Sonic 2 again, and the music on the intro is actually a remix of Scrambled Egg Zone from Sonic 2 as well. But this is the original from Sonic 2. You can either play as Sonic or Tails in this one, but I recommend you play as Sonic, because you can only get the emeralds by playing as Sonic. To get the emeralds you have to get 100 rings, and then you're transported to a special stage, and you have a chance to get the emerald. If you're Tails, when you get 100 rings you just get a life. But once you get all the emeralds when you're Sonic, getting 100 rings will just get you a life as well, but they get your life immediately with Tails, so you can't get the emerald. You can fly with Tails by pressing up and button 1. If you do that with Tails, if you press up and button 1 with Sonic rather, you do a run dash, and both characters do the spin dash from Sonic 2 onwards on the Mega Drive. So here we go. I won't be playing as Tails because to complete the game properly I have to be Sonic. So we'll be Sonic. And here's Act 1, Turquoise Hill Zone. It's quite an easy game. If you're not really aiming for the emeralds, you can do the acts in about 15 seconds. It's so easy. But I like to go with the emeralds. New gadget here, flying shoes. They have a weird music. They have their own music, and yeah, and they don't last very long. So get 100 rings. Yeah, more loop-de-loops, but this time you can go backwards in them, unlike Sonic 2, and you can spin in them as well. New enemy, weird ladybird thing with a bouncer. Not too difficult. If you go on the bouncer, you just bounce. Just don't touch them. Extremely easy. So I nearly have 100 rings. So just get these ones and I'll have 100 rings. That's another new enemy up there. They just sort of float and do nothing. See, look at them. They don't do anything. I don't know what they're for really. Anyway, there we go. There's no bonus panel yet. I'll show you the bonus panel later. First special stage. These ones don't run out, but you only have a minute in which to get the emerald. And just stay on the shoes. Yeah, I don't know what that word says. Just stay on the shoes and stay in the middle, because the emerald is in the middle at the end. As soon as you get the emerald, the special stage ends. If you don't manage to get the emerald, next time you do a special stage, it'll be a repeat of this one. So you have to do this one again and again until you do it, and you can't progress. Get the rings if you want them. I don't really need them. And there it is. Big rings are worth 10 rings, by the way. I think you get a continue for every emerald you get. You also get a continue for every 50,000 points you get. You get the remaining time times 10. Again, hold jump to make the points go down more quickly, to count them up more quickly. And then you immediately transported to the next act, which isn't really the same as Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive, where you have to complete the act. It transports you back to the act. Doing the special stage completes the act, which is a bit annoying because I'd rather do the act. I mean, the game's easy enough already. Speed shoes, but they don't make the music go faster though. Here's the spin dash. Life in there. Here's the run dash by pressing up and button 1. But you don't really need the run dash because you go at the same speed as the spin dash, but you're vulnerable when you're running, but not when you're spinning. So it's never worth doing the spin dash. I recommend never doing it and just doing the spin dash all the time, because at least you're spinning and you won't be hurt by an enemy. bouncers that you can't see. More bouncers down there. Yeah, there's an enemy. It doesn't really do anything. The enemies, I can't remember whether the enemies return or not. I think they do. Only thing this game has going for it really is the graphics, because it's too easy. Graphics are a vast improvement over both the original Sonics on the Master System. Avoid the spikes, of course. Get him. More flying shoes. You're sort of invincible when you use them. Don't last very long though. Use that enemy to go up there. Also a new addition. These things. There's an enemy that doesn't do anything. It's sort of like a buzz bomber, but it doesn't shoot. Right, so spin through them again, or run through them. You automatically spin, doesn't really matter. More speed shoes if you want them. Avoid the spikes, and bounces that you can't see, so get these rings. The exit's down on the right, but I don't want the exit, because I need the 100 rings. So just fall down here carefully. And get 8 more rings. Always think that looks like a like a bottom, that platform there. That should do. There we go. Second special stage, 2 platforms. Don't go on the left one. Only the right one leads to the emerald. Although the right one does have some rings if you want them. New gadget, bouncer. Just bounce when you're at the apex. Jump when you're at the apex of the bounce, so you can go a bit further. And just keep climbing. New monitor. The clock. Only on the special stage. It stops the clock for a short while, giving you more time. Yeah, you need that one. Don't jump off that one because you need it to get up here. So if you take the left route, you're blocked off at the end. You can't get the emerald, so the emerald's on the right. And there it is. Another continue. And 3200 times 10 points. 32,000 points for that. Takes ages, even when I hold the jump button. So another continue for 50,000 points, and I get the yellow emerald. And Act 3, which I don't mind saying is one of the easiest bosses on any game I've ever played. I mean, when they designed this game, did they really think that people would struggle to defeat this boss? I mean, here it is. It doesn't do anything. It just has a bounce on top of it, which bounces you, so you have to spin into it like this. And that's all you have to do. It doesn't shoot. It's too slow to try and crush you. You just do that again and again, and there we go. And sort of run off joyfully. And that's that. It's the easiest boss in the universe. Apart from the boss in Scrap Brain Zone on Sonic 1, but that's not really a boss because you can't die from that. Gigalopolis Zone Act 1. Just a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, the music on this is different on the Game Gear, but I prefer the Master System music. So again, get 100 rings. Just go in there. It's invincible up there, but I don't need it. There's an enemy that doesn't do anything. So that's 47 rings already. Spin through there. You can spin through there, but there's just spikes, and prefer to go this way to get 100 rings. Let's wait for the platform. Yeah, the graphics are excellent of this game. That's one of the only good things about it, really. That was close. So spin up there, like that. Get this. I don't know what this enemy is supposed to be. It's like a. I still don't know what it is. I looked at it there for a second just to see if I can discern it finally, but I still don't know what it is. Get these rings to get closer to 100. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I read in Sega Power magazine when I was younger that this game was just rushed through just to, because they were releasing Sonic 3 on the Mega Drive, and they wanted to give Sega Game Gear and Master System owners another Sonic game just to satisfy them, so they rushed this one through and put all the effort into Sonic 3 on the Mega Drive, which is why that's such an excellent game, and this is just ridiculously easy. So anyway, off we go. So get all those rings. I think the enemies return. No, they don't. It's like Sonic 1, which is good, I suppose, because I hated the enemies returning on that. So yeah, more rings over here, so don't worry about getting those ones. Careful of an enemy, and there we go. Loads of rings. And here's the third special stage. This has, I hate the invincible music on this game. The Sonic 1 invincible music is excellent. The Sonic 2 invincible music is at least tolerable. This is just repetitive and only lasts about 5 seconds and loops after 5 seconds. It's quite simply rubbish. Here we go, and you have to listen to it over and over again. I hate it. Just keep going in these pipes. As long as you get the invincible, you won't need air, I think, because we're underwater. I don't think we are underwater, actually. Are we underwater? How fast do we run? No, we're not underwater. I don't know why we need the invincibles at all. I used to think this was underwater, but it isn't. And on the 5th time you go in, just hold up. If you don't, you go all the way back to the beginning, and you won't do it because you run out of time. So hold up here and go in this pipe. If you don't hold up, you go back to the beginning. And there's the green emerald. Yeah, the only hard bit about this is if you don't know to hold up, and you go all the way back to the beginning, and you don't have enough time to get to the emerald again. So you only get one chance to do it, really. It's easy. So another continue for the emerald, plus the one for 50,000 points. That's 4 continues, which I'll never use. And Gigalopolis Zone Act 2. Again, I'll be getting 100 rings. Kill the enemy thing, whatever it is. Okay, go left when you're down here. Run across this. Careful of the spikes. And then there's some 10 ring monitors there, which will aid your quest to get 100. Get some more of these if you want them. You have to run across this because it's at a slope. If you aren't running or moving, you fall through, so be careful. See, if you do that, then you fall down. Some more rings there. So there should be enough now on this thing, if I get all the ones on here, just to get 100 with that. No, I need 3 more. I'll get them over here. Invincible. Life in here, I think. Nope, speed shoes. Be careful, I have 98 rings. I don't want to lose them. Go up here and get the last 2 rings up here. And here they are. And we're done. I hardly even started the level. There's lots of level on that. This is the 4th special stage, and it's quite a tricky one. Break that first, and then get their flying shoes. And then just go as far forward as possible. And then get the flying shoes here. Go as up as possible to get as much distance as possible. And then go back for these shoes. And go again. Careful of this bit. Just jump on the bouncers and just go up like that. Like that, there we go. More speed shoes down here, so get them. You need speed shoes. You can get to the end without speed shoes, but if you do, you don't go. You don't go high enough, you need these ones, and then just go all the way to the end and get to the top platform. And here it is. If you don't have the speed shoes and you get to the end, the platform is too high to jump. So the only way to get to the platform is with speed shoes, so you have to know where they are. That one is actually quite tricky. Yeah, it's actually quite tricky, that one. You don't get much time, there's a lot of ground to cover. And if you don't know where the speed shoes are, it's quite easy to get lost on it and try to find speed shoes. And there's lots of obstacles like those bouncers if you don't know how to handle them. And there's also that bridge I ran across. The blocks underneath you disappear, and if you touch the bottom of the screen, you don't die. That's just the end of it, and you automatically fail it. So yeah, you have to know where the flying shoes are. And if you get to the end of the level, end of the map, with the speed shoes, the platform with the silver emerald on it is too high, and you can't jump it. So when I first did it, I was really frustrated because you have to know where the last speed shoes are, because they only last a short amount of time. So that's the only one I would say that is difficult. Apart from the last one, which isn't difficult once you know how to do it. That one is always quite difficult, that fourth one. So be careful on it. Here's the boss. Now this boss is actually quite tough. It can be quite tough. So be careful. You don't really bash it. It's like a sort of one of those blow up doll things that never fall down. They always bounce back up again. And when you have to get its head, and it doesn't sort of make a noise. It just sort of makes it rock back to forth. There's invincible on here. Quickly get it, and then go to the boss. And here it is. It throws its balls high and low, so you have to be careful. You see, you have to do that. Just make sure you jump over, and the bosses are actually easier on this game because you get rings on them, which means you don't die first time. So make sure you don't lose your rings. But this is still actually quite tricky, even when your rings are gone. Just make sure you get your ring again, like that. Then jump over the thing, and eventually it will die. Yeah, without rings, that is actually quite tricky. I will grant the game that. It's actually the hardest boss in the game, that, even harder than the last one. The last boss is easier than that. That can be quite tricky. Yeah, that's Gigalopolis Zone done. And I shall do Sleeping Egg Zone and the final special stage in the next video. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.